Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry that I've been away for a little bit. Life has been doing life things and kind of getting in the way of the hobby. I'll try to do better, but no real promises. That being said, today I have something exciting to share with you that I hope you really like. That being the thing on the table. So, Printable Scenery is a website that I love. I'll leave the link somewhere up here and in the description down below. All of their stuff you can buy and then just download the file and print. The fun thing I like about them is none of their stuff needs supports, which, if you know me, I absolutely hate having to cut supports, clean up the print, do all that stuff. It's just not a fun process. It wastes time in my opinion. These are road pieces, cobblestone, that kind of go with the hollow, I think I'll have to remember that, the hollow little city campaign that they did. I know I'm getting that wrong. I'll try to leave a description up here. This is just a bunch of different pieces that go together, and then it's going to form little risers for my city platform. I thought a good way of getting variety in my city was getting a little more elevation, so this seemed to be a really good way to go. I know a lot of tables could use something like this, so I thought I'd share it. That being said, each one of these little prints on the Prusa takes about 20 to 33 hours. So, you do the math, there's 16 pieces right here, times 33, it's a lot of hours. But, set it, forget it, basically do one every 2 days, and I feel like I haven't completely wasted my time while I've been away. I really like how they come together as a puzzle piece. I really like how you can build it the way you want to build it. For this right here, I'll show a top view with the camera. This is making a little cul-de-sac, a little circle in the middle. So you have like a building on each of the 4 sides with stairs to go into the riser. It came with houses that you could use to put it on there, but I didn't buy those files. I figure I'll just use my Dwarven Forge or something that I made or something else I printed. This is 16 different pieces as you break it down. And you could glue it all together, but I don't think I ever will because it's easier to store, and the seam lines aren't that bad at all for once you get it all wedged in. They actually go together really smooth. It's exciting to get something like this finally done because once it's all done like this, I can do my favorite part, which is painting. In addition to these 4 cornerstone pieces, they have a lot of different pieces and variations of this. So these are 2 sets of the exact same thing. But they have a lot more for the file list that I bought. I'm just lazy and didn't want to go all through it, set up the file, figure out which ones are different, and then too much for me. This is good enough. The only thing I did in addition to that was I printed 4 squares. These go on the exact same height as the end pieces of the circle. These could just be used as a riser in general on top of anything. Just you want cobblestone risers, great. It's got all 4 sides, it's flat surfaced, and I printed 4 of these, 3 in regular yellow and ran out, so 1 in cheese. But all together, that's going to be 16, 32, 36 pieces, and all of them took 20 to 33 hours. It's quite the project to put my printer through. I can't wait to get these painted up and put on the table. So, without further ado, here's a little montage of how I would go about painting these. Hope you enjoy. One of the first things you kind of notice after it gets done is there's little webs on these prints. They're leftover filament that kind of strings along. We don't want that when we're painting because it's going to look gross, it's going to get in the way, and we don't need cobwebs on everything. So the best thing we can do is take a lighter to this and just go over the top. It literally melts the strings and leaves the rest. So the first process before we even get this to primer is going to be taking a blowtorch to all of it, and then we'll go from there. After we finish blowtorching them, we're going to take a black primer to all the sides, the bottom, everything. We want it really nice and good. Black is the shadow underneath everything, so it doesn't matter what top color you're doing, in my opinion. Black should pretty much always go on the bottom unless you're doing something like white or yellow, like a lighter color. Short of that, black's the way to go. If not, gray or white's top. We can talk about it, but not my cup of tea, don't really enjoy it. Okay, so now that you've burnt everything off and you've primed it appropriately, it's time to add some color. And how we do that is with two different colors. You want darker and lighter. You pretty much want to follow this formula for everything you ever dry brush. The reason why is the black primer acts as the shadows. The color in the middle, which is your dark color, is going to be the main body color of the item, and then the lighter color is your highlights. So shadow, color, highlights. For me, that's the black, the medium gray, and the light gray. After they're painted up, they kind of look something like this. Close detail shots to kind of show you, and while they look way better than just black primer paint, we're not done yet because we have some detail work to do. And that's going to be in the wash in the next step. So, see you in a second. So a black wash is just what it sounds like. We're going to wash everything with a black watery paint. And how we make that is we take black paint, we put it in a bucket. You want basically 1 part paint to 3 to 4 parts water. It's not an exact science here. It's really more of an art form than anything. So try to get your consistency looking like this. You want it really nice and loose. You don't want any chunks in it. You want it to be really runny because that water, that runny substance is going to get into every nook and cranny in whatever you're painting, and where the paintbrushes can't reach easily. So for the darker stuff like the black washes, it's going to make every single individual crack of these tile pieces really, really pop, which is going to make the top surfaces even better. And all the regular surfaces, just because this is a 3D print and they have those little striation lines in it, it's going to add even more detail work to it, and it's going to make it look just 10 times better with just one simple step. So for actually applying the wash, it's kind of the same rule. Less is more because you can always add more later. Be careful, use some test pieces first, but get your brush loaded up, kind of in the middle, not too much, not too heavy, and then just slather it all on. You basically want to see black on everything. It's going to look like you ruined your pieces. Especially for someone doing this the first time, you're going to think that I'm a crazy man and that I just wasted all of your time. But give it 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes more depending on how runny you got. And when it dries up, 90% of that black is going to go away and dry out and evaporate. And what's left is kind of a black overlay. It kind of looks like grunge, it looks dirty, which is really, really good for most things in D&D because not many buildings that I know of are really clean and pristine and have a maid service coming every 2 weeks to make sure it stays that way. Roads get dirty, so don't be afraid to make these roads very dirty. Now, that was basically it. If you wanted to stop right there, most people would take it, most people would be happy with it, and it's going to look good and do exactly what it needs to do. But I'm a crazy person, and I always try to go way further than I probably should. I don't know why I do this, because it really wastes, not waste, but it takes more time. And with that in mind, I wanted a set that's just that black and gray and bleak and normal looking, but I also wanted a little bit of a fancier set, so I added color to it. That is a technique that's just as easy as this one, but what we're going to do is, before the wash step, we're going to add color bricks everywhere we want to. For this to work out best, same thing, I believe in the rule of threes. If you just did one color brick, it'd look kind of funky. If you did two, it'd look probably the same. It'd look a little weird. But three suddenly gives you a variety, gives you a perfect trifecta. If you pick complementary colors, it's going to look even better. So if you're not sure how to do that, you can go to a color wheel, you can go to Google, you can look up examples, you can experiment before you commit. That's kind of the name of the game. But for me, I chose to go with three colors, being red, yellow, and an off-white. Not regular white, but off-white. In graphic design, these are three colors that I really love using, and it always kind of pops together. So I figured, why not go for an easy formula that I already knew and I already love and apply it here. So that's exactly what I did. I don't know which one I like more, and I think they're both really, really useful. If you have an opinion, please let me know down in the comments which ones you liked more. I like doing this process. I think it's going to be a useful build. I think I will use these tiles for many years to come, and I hope my players like it as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me if you learned something from it, or at least were entertained. And with that, I think we're done. I'm going to show some glamour shots here at the end so you can kind of see them actually in use and not just flat on table with nothing on them. But until next time, I hope you have a good day. I hope you get everything you want in life, and hopefully I'll see you before 6 months. I'll try to be quicker on these, but life's getting busy. Take care. Have a good one.
We gotta go big or go home. We're down to the gold. Never been a better time to put it all on the line. Ooh, yeah. Time to put it all on the line. Crazy, nothing good ever comes easy. Waited for this moment for a long time. All this pain became a friend of mine. Yeah, that was such a long road.